Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, one and all, and welcome back to Apaya Puzzles this Saturday morning where I am. And we have in front of us a Saturday paper, another cryptic adventure from Liam Runnalls. Only thing to note is that this week Valentine's Day is coming up, and Liam often likes to memorialise such things with a cryptic, so we may see something today or during the week from him with a bit of a theme. As for today, let's see what we've got. 7 across, and you can see, oh, hang on. Wait. Give me 1 second. So I'm experimenting here with, although the Saturday paper has all of its clues on screen and it's all very easy to follow, on mobile it's not so easy to see the clues. So I've got the big one here, but to use that I need to scroll with my mouse, and I had turned off scrolling to avoid scrolling this screen. I'll have to just be careful with that. So hopefully. Now, remote French sea and land worker. So French sea is mayor. This is farmer. Oh, now I've got to make sure I'm in the right screen. It might get complicated. So far is remote, French sea is mayor, and land worker is a farmer. So one down. Romance of a female couple broadcast. So this is affair. A is A, female couple is 2 Fs, and broadcast is to air, and romance is an affair. So far we're off to a good start. 2 down. Passing Councillor Wood in top gear. This is going to be well, it's going to be something like this, I think. Passing, crossing. Well, I think it's crossing. Councillor, I think is C, or maybe CR. I'm not sure about this wood. Maybe Ross is another word for wood. And then in, and the top letter of gear is G. Yeah, I guess there I am scrolling. I guess Ross is a type of tree, or os. I know os means bones. Let's confirm that with 11 across. Left a rock group with $1. I think, well, it feels like this for the word left. But, and it's got 1 and it's got D for dollar. I'm not sure what the rock group is though. That feels good, doesn't it? Well, it doesn't really feel good because I can't put it together. So let's move on for a second. 13 across. Arsenic taken occasionally. I've got a 3-line one here. Arsenic taken occasionally with potassium iodide for alternative healing. So this is Reiki, I can see from the letters. So, arsenic taken occasionally is R-E-I-K. So R-E and I is the every occasional letter of arsenic. Potassium iodide, potassium is K and iodide is I, presumably. And alternative healing is Reiki. So let's try 3 down. Hawking was competing in Le Tour, we heard. Well, Stephen Hawking is a famous Hawking, was competing in Le Tour, we heard, or Le Tour. Okay, well, I think hawking is going to be a verb. To hawk is it to sell? Was competing in, cycling, so riding. Interesting. Not sure. this would have been an O in absconded, which isn't going to help me very much because I don't see what that is. Well, we'll have to come back around. 15. Employed faceless men to silence Snowden. So engaged. Faceless men is just men without the first letter. To silence is to gag, and Edward Snowden was the famous Snowden, and employed is engaged. 15 down. Weasels dig into casualty wards. So this is going to be that with a word for dig in the middle, and it means, wow, is that a weasel? I'm not confident. Emergency casualty wards are ERs. I think that's correct, and then we'll come back around. Maybe that's a word, I don't know, but maybe it's just something that I'm missing. So 19 across. Crooked young lady has pointless biro. So this is going to start with miss, I think, and that would confirm. Actually, oh no, it wouldn't confirm. Pointless biro. Pen without. Yeah, okay. So crooked miss. Could have an S at the end. Pointless biro. That feels like a PE, pen without the north on it. Not sure. 20 down. Guard southern gate. So maybe an S at the beginning for southern, and a word for gate, and the whole thing means guard. Secure. No. Surveil. Wow, not thinking straight today. Or Liam's taken a page from DA's book. Caregiver to vote against accommodating new couple. To vote against. This is nanny, I think. Caregiver is a nanny, and to vote against is nay, N-A-Y. Accommodating, holding inside of itself, new couple, so two N's, new, N being an abbreviation for new. So this is not what I was thinking before about minors, unsurprisingly. A word for dig, 4 letters ending in N. It might not be, well actually, no, with the N there, that's not an RS, is it? Okay, we'll come to 26 across. Butlers open to settlement with the Queen versus workers. So this is servants. Butlers are servants. Open to settlement is the first letter of settlement for S. The Queen is ER, Elizabeth Regina, and versus is V, and workers is ants. That is an S on the end, which was not surprising for the plural. Guard southern gate, so I was thinking it was an S and then a word for gate. This is sentry. A guard is a sentry and an entry is a gate. 21 down. Hugely entertaining yodeler, another 3-line one. Hugely entertaining yodeler displays anxiety yet premieres in prime time. Good grief. Hugely entertaining, I think, might be the definition. Yodeler displays anxiety. What am I looking at here? This is the longest clue in the world. Yet, it's premieres. Okay, so it's all the first letters. So H-E-Y-D-A-Y gives prime time, which is one's prime time is one's heyday. let's try this long one here. It's got a few words in it, which is always nice. 10 down, happy with cryptic grid's position. So this question mark suggests maybe this is one of LR's trademarked comical spins on something. So happy with cryptic grid's position. We've got 13 letters, and position grids has 13 letters. So maybe it is just an anagram. D and T, yeah. So in or on, probably at the start. On good, in good spirits, I think. In good spirits, which is happy. So it's not a comical play. It's just a straight anagram. But a nice kind of, I guess, self-referential thing about cryptics. I mean, this clue here now looks like it should be more gettable. Okay, this is hang on. Let's go this way. This is misshapen. I see. So young lady was miss, like I thought, but has pointless is has without its S, S being the point on the compass. And then biro was just the word pen at the end. So this, which we need to be able to solve now, dig into casualty wards. Oh, well, the R would be at the front then. Oh, that's an N, sorry. I was thinking it is... Is that what I put in the first place? Didn't I think it was... I put E minors and it was ermines. I was surprised when it wasn't correct because I thought that it felt familiar, but I just had it all the wrong way around. I'd anagram the final answer. 11, which was this was the absconded thing. So it's not absconded. So let's have a think again. A and then rock group with $1. Well, it'll be $1, presumably. So we need this rock group in here. Is that something musical? It means left. I think it's going to be O-N-E-D. I'm not completely sure, but it's going to be a past tense, and we've got $1 and dollar for D. Is it a geological thing, a type of rock? If it was could it be a double S? Oh, actually, it may not be crossing. I mean, that felt very correct, but we could have... no, it is actually, yeah, crossing's wrong because it's abandoned, a band being a group. I was thinking to myself, watching one of Cracking the Cryptics, that there was one where he wasn't quite sure of the answer and he didn't put it in, and it turned out that he was correct not to because it was a mistake. And I thought I should be really careful with that. Like, don't just put in crossing if I don't know for certain. Just like come back to it. I did that with absconded, but I should have done it with crossing. So let's see if we can see what this was. So passing. So council, I think, is CR. So then we'd have wood for 3 letters. It all means passing. So this would presumably would have to be a vowel. Is it creaming? I don't think so. Oh, it could be passing in the sense of dying. If it's not an E, I don't think it's an O. Croaking. So it is dying, and oak is the tree. So we got there eventually. Well, you probably got there 10 minutes ago. Hawking was competing. Hawking was competing in Latour, we heard. Well, if you're competing in a tour, you're riding. So perhaps we just need to spell that differently. But I don't see we get a homophone of riding in here, or that riding would mean hawking, or a word that sounds like that. I think I'll come back around. Let's try the other side of the grid. Russian novelist's impulse to go inside faulty vent rather. Impulse to go inside faulty vent. Or impulse rather, going inside a faulty vent. It feels like maybe impulse, that could be quite a few things probably. Will seems like one. Or urge. Should this be a name I know? I think that's probably too hard. 4 down. Beating annoying drums when some people are hungover. So we've got 13 letters in annoying drums. When some people are hungover. I think it's going to be Sunday something. I think we've got those letters, S-U-N-D-A-Y. Or is it just Sunday? Oh, it is just Sunday morning. For some reason I thought that morning didn't fit, but it does. So that is that. 25. Hired to eat eggs made fresh. Okay. R and N. Renovated. Hired is rented, and it's eating the word eggs, which is over, and renovated means made fresh. 23 down. Takeaway drugged dude outside chemist. Okay. Take away drugged dude. So anagram of dude outside of an abbreviation for chemist, meaning takeaway. Is there deduce? Deduct. Okay, so drugged dude is the first 4 letters, and then the outside letters of chemist are C and T, and deduct is to take away. 27 with a C on the end should be helpful. Hillary lost weight with intensive care medical facility. Hillary lost weight. With intensive care. So, okay, this is going to be clinic. Clinton minus the word ton, which is a weight, gives clin, and then intensive care is IC, and a medical facility is a clinic. So 17 down. Internal search by foes in airport area. Internal search by foes in airport area. This is arrivals, with rivals being foes. Internal search is the internal letters of search, AR, and arrivals is the airport area. 16 across. Speech bubble allowance. Excuse me. This, I think, yeah, is a ration. Bubble is O because of the shape of it, and allowance is a ration. 14 with O and Y. Athletes play in some endless struggle. So this looks like Olympians. And it's play in some endless struggle. Oh, is that a, well, is that a hidden? I don't think so. It looks like, I see. Play in some, endless. So we take off the E and we rearrange those letters to get, so it's a struggle. Those letters are in a struggle, giving us athletes for Olympians. 5 down. Middle page and back page in romance issue sometimes. Interesting. 3-3. Middle, I guess. Page and back page. Well, middle page would be AG. I see. So middle page is AG. Back page is the E, the final letter of page. And where's gap coming from? So age gap is presumably romance issues sometimes. Middle page. That's good. You got age there and gap there. I'm not sure about that. I mean, that's the answer, but because middle page could be AG and back page could be E, but then you don't have anything indicating gap. Well, page can just be a P, so maybe not sure about that. Answers in comments if you have an idea what that is about. Texture of timber beam around frame. Grain, I think, would be texture. Timber beam around frame. Well, frame could be an A frame, and would that make grin a timber beam? I'm going to follow my own rules and not put that in. Kind of diagram about quarantine for meat. Venison is a meat. ISO is quarantine, and Ven is the kind of diagram going around it. That does look like grain. So that definitely is a Russian name. Come back to it. 6 down with an A on the end. Foreign capital in bank, a random deposit. So foreign capital will be the definition most likely. Bank this looks like this Ankara. So we've got hidden here, Ankara. It's spelt out in the middle, with deposit being the indicator for that. Now this one will display my ignorance. So it looks, well, it has to be that, I think, because we had the faulty vent going around the outside of, yeah, it was Urge. So Turgenev, I don't know that name. I think this is grain. Well, I don't think there's much more to pass with it. I think a timber beam must be a grin. Don't know that. Does that mean a smile, or is that the name of an actual timber beam? Well, we'll see if it's correct at the end. 22 across. Well, we will if we can find out all the answers. Express reservations about piercings in diplomats' faces. So this is rapid. Nice misdirection with the word express. Express is rapid, but in the clue it sounds like expressing as a verb. The first letters of all these, the facing letters of all these words, R-A-P-I-D, give you that. 18, useless single man on cannabis went without whiskey. Impotent. So pot is the cannabis. We've got imp. I am. Which must be, so single is I, M is man is M, pot is cannabis, and then went without the W for whiskey gives ent, and we're left only with this cycling or whatever it was. Hawking was competing in Latour. Pedaling. There we go, and we get our little, well, there we go. We get the, we'll move him up as well. Sort out Anglican mess. Alternatively, unicorn got Atlas confused. Congratulations. So we were all good. There were a couple that I couldn't quite understand. Grain just doesn't work. Well, actually, let's look it up. Define grin. And we have a broad smile. Any reference to timber? Well, maybe a timber beam is another word for a smile. Well, a beaming smile. So yeah, you can talk about a beamer, I guess, or a beam could be a smile. Oh, I see. Texture of timber is the definition, and then a beam is a smile or a grin. Wow, that's a little obscure. Let's have a look at beam. Whoa, there's a lot of potential meanings. Oh yeah, to smile radiantly. And grin comes up as a synonym as well. And I think that might have settled everything. Engagement, shape, and nanny, servants. I think I understood everything. Croaking was nice, and pedaling, just with some misdirection. Pedaling, I thought, yeah, something about that I just like. And there we go. I think that will do it for today. Turgenev is a new one. Let's see who Turgenev was. Oops. Turgenev, Ivan Turgenev, famous for Sportsman Sketches, Father and Sons. Wow, I wonder how well known that is. I wonder if that was included just because it fit the letter pattern, or it feels like that's the kind of one you would put in earlier. I feel. I don't know. I think if I was setting this and I saw that I was going to have a U, G, N, and V, I'd be avoiding that. But who knows? So thanks to Liam for this crossword, as always. And thank you to everyone else for watching. I feel like my affect's a little flat today, which is a bit weird because actually I feel surprisingly good. But maybe my heart's just not in cryptic so much today. But I'll be back again with another one soon. And in the meantime, happy puzzling, and I'll see you all soon.